Germans always confuse or mix up the words actual and current in English. And there's a really good reason why. Watch this video to find out. Let me start by giving you a sentence in German and you decide which sentence in English is correct. Okay? Unser aktuelles Projekt ist wirklich interessant. Does it mean our actual project is really interesting? Or our current project is really interesting? It's not so easy, hey? The correct answer is sentence number 2. Our current project is really interesting. The reason why Germans often confuse these two words is because the German word aktuell sounds like the English word actual, but they don't mean the same thing. They are false friends. We normally translate the German word aktuell as current, not actual. I'm an English trainer here in Germany and I often hear these two words confused. In this video, you will learn the difference between these words, what they mean in German, and how to use them in everyday English. Watch until the end, where you can do a short test to check you really understand the difference between actual and current. And I'll share a cool phrase we use all the time that you won't learn in a normal English class. Firstly, we need to understand that actual and current are both adjectives. We use adjectives to describe nouns. For example, a big house, a fast car, a cute cat. It's the same with actual and current. They are both adjectives and describe or modify a noun in some way. Like in our first example sentence, current project, current is the adjective which describes the noun which is project. Adjectives are super useful to give us more information about a noun. This is important to understand, especially so that you can more easily understand the next video in this series, but more on that later. Let's begin with the word actual, which normally means tatsächlich in German. Actual in English does not mean current or at the present time. Actual means true, real, the thing itself. It does not refer to time. Here are some sentences of how we use actual in everyday English. We need the actual figures for May, not an estimate. Actual is an adjective describing the noun figures. Without the adjective actual, we would understand we need the figures. But when we use actual, it gives us more information. We now understand they mean the true or real figures. So in English, we use actual to emphasize something that is true or real. The actual number of native English speakers worldwide is over 380 million. The actual cost was lower than I expected. The story of the film is based on actual events and people. What about the word current? Current means happening or existing now, at this present time. In German, we normally translate it as aktuell. Like actual, current is also an adjective and describes or modifies a noun. Here are some example sentences of how we normally use current in everyday English. The painting is worth over £50,000 at current prices. The factory cannot continue its current level of production. We think the current situation will improve. Okay, let's do a quick summary. We use current, in German aktuell, when we want to talk about something happening now. We want to focus on the present time, and we use it as an adjective to give us more information about the noun that follows. For example, current situation. It's not any situation, it's the current situation. We use actual, in German tatsächlich, when we want to talk about something that is true or real. And because it's an adjective, it modifies or gives more information about the noun that follows. Okay, I think you're now ready for a short test to check you really understand the difference between actual and current. Are you ready? Fill in the blank with the correct word, actual or current. And if you want to speak the sentence out loud, also to practice speaking English. What's the budget for the year? What's the budget for the current year? Who's your employer? Who's your current employer? What were her words? What were her actual words? The film is based on historical events, not just fiction. The film is based on actual historical events, not just fiction. Our situation is not good. Our current financial situation is not good. At the start of the video, I promised you I'd share a cool phrase that you won't hear in your normal English class. Here it is. In actual fact. In German, it means in Wirklichkeit. In English, we love using this phrase, in actual fact. We say things like, I thought he was German, but in actual fact, he's Austrian. What does it mean? We use it to emphasize a comment that modifies or contradicts a previous statement, or to give more detailed information about what you just said. For example, he didn't go to university. In actual fact, he left school at 16. That sounds quite simple, but in actual fact, it's very difficult. We love using this phrase, in actual fact. In our next video in this series, I will teach you about another pair of words that are often confused, actually and currently, and how and why they are different to actual and current. Let me give you a hint. They are not adjectives. Thanks for watching. Have you already seen my videos on English idioms? Check out my playlist on expert English idioms. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. See you again really soon.